Hello, I'm here to complete an overview of the GMetrix Practice Test and getting into the GMetrix program, redeeming the product key code, and then show you where the first practice test is and the environment. Okay. By now, students should be able to have downloaded the software on their home computer, and you need to try to get an icon on the desktop. I mean, it's not that hard to find the program and pin the program to the taskbar or the desktop. Just becomes a little bit more easier accessibility to you launching the program. Okay, so I'm on Canvas right now, and I have created a GMetrix practice test line item right below the Word Helpful feature. This is still in a build aspects, and all I'm going to do right now is just go with the overview aspects, not really get into diving into how to take a test, but just logging in for the first time, creating an account, logging in, and where you can find the practice test inside the GMetrix program. So I'm going right now into the practice test, and I think I very well already have this tab opened up, and I'm going to review what I'm presenting to you. Okay, so by all means, I ask you to, if you're not sure and you say, Mr. Proctor, why are we doing these practice tests? And that's a big question. Why are we doing these practice tests? Well, it's for the reason that I want to certify you in the Word Industry Exam. There are more exams we can certify. I can certify people in PowerPoint, I can certify them in Excel, I can certify them in Access, and you can go down the road and take advanced CIS and try to take more of these industry exams. All I'm rolling out with all the CIS students is simply trying to become certified in the program Word. Now, the GMetrix software here is strictly a practice test. It actually mirrors, looks like, the environment that you would be taking for the industry exam. So if you improve your skill set, learn the technique on how to do things at a quick speed, then you will progress through these practice tests and be ready to take the industry exam. So there is a process of trying to get the software on your computer. That's kind of what I'm starting with here with step one. If you're a student in a school building, then you don't have to worry about this because the programs are already installed on the in the CIS lab that you're in. But if you're a student with your own personal laptop, step one is going up to the welcoming and resources and trying to follow directions and downloading the software onto your machine. If you're dealing with a Prince William County computer, but most certainly then you're not going to be able to install it because there's some rights. So the computer needs to be brought to Mr. Proctor so we can install the program, and I can put in my credentials so that Prince William County computer can have that program installed on it. Okay, so that's basically step one, is making sure you have the equipped software that you will need to build this program. Step two, ladies and gentlemen, is then creating your account. And this is where you're going to have to log into GMetrix, load the application, log in, and create an account. And as a Prince William County student, I'm basically going to be asking you to use your Office 365 account. And that's what I state here, that don't use your Gmail account, don't use any email. Just go ahead and use your Office 365 account in terms of your credentials. And I have directions, and this is where I'm going to go to right now. This is where I'm going to dive in and go into creating a student account with you. So you can see the link right down below here, setting up your student GMetrix account, and that's kind of what I'm going to be asking you guys to do and open up, which is another page. It's in my directions. I'm going to be asking you guys to find the icon of the GMetrix account so you can go ahead and process. So I'm going to open up this page right here and just walk you through this. Okay, so this is at the top, setting up your student's account, a GMetrix account. Number one is basically finding the application and load this icon. Okay, the icon GMetrix Skills Management. You double click it and you'll see eventually a window appear. Okay, that looks something like this, and it says once this login window appears, you will click the bottom left. So you see the bottom left, this little Microsoft icon down here at the bottom. The bottom right. You see this little icon down here at the bottom. That's the logo for Office 365, and so that's the logo that I'm going to be asking you guys to click on to create your account. So it'll ask you when you click on that. It'll ask you to type in your email address, your Prince William County email address, go through that, and then it'll ask you for your Prince William County password or your Office 365 password, log in that, and then the application will load up. The environment, you'll have created your account, environment will load up. So every single time thereafter you create this account, that's all you have to do. Don't worry about ever going through and trying to type your username and password up above here and logging in. All you have to do is just your click away. Just click on that and it'll take you right into the application in terms of logging in. Okay, very similar to Edmodo. Okay, we created an Edmodo account and there's a button with the Office 365 account button on there that allows you to just click on that button and it'll log you right into Edmodo. So once you get to step 3, okay, this is the first time. You don't have to do this every time, but the first time you log in and you're trying to join Mr. Proctor's class, because Mr. Proctor has made some set practice tests that I want you to follow. Yeah, most certainly we can utilize the preset GMetrix tests that they have, and I may ask some students to do that for additional help. Right, but at this particular time, if you can, once you logged into the SMS, if you can see on the left-hand side, this navigation, there's a key down at the bottom left-hand side. Okay, so I'm asking you to click on that key, that light blue key at the very bottom of the left box, which will then open up a window. You will see unlock content window. It says, if you have an access code, enter it here. Okay, so there is going to be a number that you're going to have to process yourself in to join Mr. Proctor's CIS practice test, set of practice tests. Okay, and so down below here, number 4, basically what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be copying this group of numbers right here. I'm doing Control-C, or you can right-click your mouse over there and you can hit copy. I've actually copied that number. Okay, so by now, I don't know if you have launched a program or not. I have already, but I have it in a browser format. So by now, you should have been able to log in. Okay, now that I'm back over on the GMetrix environment, I'm going to select this redeem key on the left-hand side mark at the very bottom. It looks like a key. So if I click on the redeem key and I go in there and I right-click and paste, or I can Control-V and hit redeem, you should then be able to see me enter the test taking room, or the testing environment. You're now part of Mr. Proctor's class. And in some sense, you have to join a class or some sort of environment to be able to provide the proper test that I'm wanting you to provide. Now, this screen right here, see, you have like 4 icons at the top, and I'm not exactly sure what you're going to be seeing, but I know what you're going to be needing to target is going to be the Office 2019 software, because for the most part, that's the environment that we're working in to learn. Again, there's loads of application in all of these, but there's loads of application that you guys can actually click on and be tested and trained on. But for the purpose of this class right now, I'm only trying to train you guys in the program Word to get certified. So again, I'm going to be clicking on, asking you guys to find the Microsoft logo and clicking on it once. You then see more icons on the screen. Now understand, you see 2 words at the top. You see a layer of 2 different types of Excels. You see PowerPoint, Outlook, and Access. But I'm going to let you know there's a difference between these 2. There's an expert version, which is a higher level of word concepts than currently what the basic word industry exam level is, word associate. So that's the level that I'm going to be asking you in my example. It's loaded right here on the left hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the word associate, which leads me then into another wall, another room. Okay, and so understand at the very top here, GMetrix provides some already pre-built tests for some students. Okay, you can see this one is the exam 1, exam 2, but these are practice exam. It has review 1, skills review 2, skills review 3, concept review 1, and then it starts you've seen concept 2, and then simulation practice. So there are a good 8 different pre-existing that you very well may see. The one I'm going to be asking you guys to target for this class is the one that says CIS, okay? Because I'm using the name of this class. I built these pre-tests, which are approximately 20, and so you can see practice tests. You may be able to see practice test 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., all the way down to 6, and I can most certainly load more. But the one we're going to be starting with this class is the training practice test 1. And so understand that there's a lot of practice tests here, and I'm not going to give you credit for doing, other ones that are going to have a lot more questions. You can see these up here have 35, 38 questions. I've pared it down to just 20 questions, a lot less questions in the practice test that I'm providing than what GMetrix providing. So the next video that I'm going to get into will probably review the environment of the practice test 1, but at this particular time, you should have gained access to the GMetrix program.